Hello, I'm from a neutral country and I'm going to do a short response to How the World Works news video for today. Now, it started off talking about Al Gore is going to have some kind of court thing or something where they're going to testament that global warming is in fact true. Now, what's interesting about this thing is that they are, by some inconvenience, left out all the skeptics of global warming, and that's not because there isn't any skeptics. It's probably just some inconvenience. Maybe they forgot to write them up or something. I don't know, but it seems like they're a bit afraid of some controversy, some discussion about the topic. Now, I wonder why they left out all the skeptics and decided to go with a completely pro global warming session without any skeptics to debate them or something. Curious why. Now, I want to make it clear. I'm not against global warming. I'm not for global warming. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I got information that telling me it's not true. I got information telling me it is true. So I can't decide. But this kind of reminds me of one time in class when we had this protagonist of the pro global warming group in our school was going to have a speech about global warming. Now, I heard about this one day before, so I quickly found some global warming debunking and so I printed out the debunking and all the information that puts global warming in not so great position, makes it more or less credible, and I printed out it. Was 10 pages. Now, I sat through the whole speech just waiting to put my hand up and ask her about about global warming. Now, I started with a simple question. Sources. What sources do you have? Dead silence. She couldn't answer me. She couldn't even tell me what sources she got. No, that's very weird. So, after the speech and after class and shit, I met up with her outside and we had a 10-minute discussion of why she needed to show me her sources. I just said, if I see your sources and I can check if they're credible, and then we can have a discussion. But she after 10 minutes she answered, my sources are Al Gore and a local Green Party. I was like, what? Al Gore isn't a scientist, you know. He's not an authority on global warming research, and the local Green Party, they're just putting out propaganda. And I said, I get 10 pages here debunking global warming, and you get a little note saying Al Gore and local Green Party. How can you be so sure of global warming if you don't know any sources, if you haven't done proper research, if you just accept the facts of the masses? Now, one of the reasons she didn't have any sources, I think, was she thought that everybody accepted global warming, because it was so ingrained in everybody's thoughts. But some of us actually are skeptics, and we want credible sources, and she couldn't provide. But after that, never heard her speak for or against global warming again. Now, a short note here. How the World Works go on to say the classic things, Iran, dictatorship, all that. But I just want to say, Iran is not a fucking dictatorship, okay? It's maybe a bit fascist. They have a bit fascist ruler, like strict rules and shit, but he's an elected leader. You see, Iran is an Islamic republic. Now, that is kind of a semi-democracy. Not a theocracy, as many say. It's a semi theocracy and semi-democracy. They elect their leader, but they also have a supreme leader, which is not elected. Now, Iran came to this democracy by themselves. They overthrew their king and made a semi-democracy. Now, you gotta understand that democracies don't blossom from out of nowhere, except America, but you know, rules should. So give them some time to become more of a democracy. You see, you can already see that the president and the supreme leader are starting to drift apart. They disagree on a lot of things, and I reckon it will be like here in Europe, where we had the king and the parliament, which the king created, but then the parliament got more powerful and king less, and they started drifting apart, and suddenly the parliament overthrew, decided to dispose of the king, and they suddenly had a full democracy. Or sometimes they just limited the king so much that all the king could do was leech on our taxes and get a lot of media coverage. Fucking king. Now, so I expect Iran to, or I hope, so I think it's too early to act like force them to become a democracy, like invade them like we did in Iraq, because they are a semi-democracy, and I think they're gonna blossom out to full democracy sooner or later. Just give them some time. Don't invade them. Then they just become even more anti-West. Let them try to understand what they're doing wrong. Let them try to improve. I keep my hopes up. I give them 6 years or so, and if they haven't had any progress in maybe, okay, in 60 years, 20 years, if they have no progress whatsoever, then it's time to act. But give them some time. Think about it. Democracies don't rise in one day, do they? Now, this has been from a neutral country. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you want. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope I see you again in another video. Not see you physically, of course. No.